one day we're gonna get this. We're gonna get our shit together one day.
We won't.
One day.
Nah.
This is episode 43 of So Well Spoken. I'm Moris. With me is Angelus.
Yo.
And Mike.
Stop.
Alright, you could check our website, sowellspoken.com, where we have all our older episodes. You could follow us on Twitter at sowellspokenpod. And since the last episode where we begged people at the end to follow the account, we did get a few followers because of that. So it was pathetic, but it worked. Alright, so Remy Ma released the song Sheether, directed at Nicki Minaj.
Sheether.
Which, yeah, that's... I get what she's trying to do, but I thought it was kind of lame.
I agree.
It's too on the nose. It's too on the nose.
It really was.
Like, this has been brewing for a while. Like,
right.
Remy Ma was getting subbed in like every other Nicki track for a while.
Mm-hmm.
And Nicki Minaj was sending subliminals for a while. Well, and then when this started, Remy Ma just went to jail, right? Or am I misunderstanding that?
She just got released.
No, I mean, like, when they started, like, noticing one another, that's when Remy Ma went to prison.
I think she was already in prison when that happened. I don't know.
I've been hearing stories to where it's been, like, a long time coming, like, even before Remy was in jail. So...
That's what I heard,
probably,
but...
Because, she was coming... Because when Nikki was first getting hot, like, she was coming at all the female rappers. So, it was, like... I think Remy kind of came up somewhere in that a long time ago, but I don't know now, but that's what I heard. So, it could have just been recent-ish when she got out of jail, but I think it's been like a long time brewing, and Remy just finally just snapped back, and
she released like a 7-minute track about Nicki Minaj.
It was, I mean, honestly, I didn't think it was that amazing. It was like, I'm not the biggest Remy fan, so like to me, I heard it and I was like, okay, you went at her. Neat, you know? Like, yeah.
Yeah, it was average.
But like,
it wasn't...
The internet...
it started pretty rough.
Yeah, that's really true. Like, but the internet, like, literally, like, hyped that thing up like it was, like, they just discovered the cure for cancer. I was like,
I know I saw it and I was like, that's probably not any good. So I didn't even listen to it the first time I saw it pop up on my timeline. But then people were talking about it like it was good. So I was like, all right, let me see. And it was okay.
I think it was more so the spectacle of somebody coming at Nikki like that, because nobody has.
I think that's what it is, too. It's just like, people like, oh man, another female MC like just went at Nikki's throat. I was like, yo, like that increases the hype of it like times 20.
Yeah. So, and then Nikki didn't help by like doing the classic, I got more sales. She came at Trey Songz for something.
Did the Drake. Just some passive aggressive type shit. Just okay.
What Drake would have did back then before he started actually doing diss tracks or whatever.
I mean, he only did one diss track. Let's not go crazy now.
I mean, yeah, but that's what that diss track was surprised in the first place. I thought he was just gonna be passive aggressive by anything Meek Mill said. You know what I mean? But
that's because most people could beat Meek Mill in a battle rap.
But
he wasn't really putting his neck out there.
I guess.
Like, Meek Mill versus Drake wasn't ever a fair fight.
Nah.
Oh, man.
Nah. That's sad. But, yeah. Charged up was whack. I will admit. But what kind of got me, though, was the fact that you could tell who's really into hip-hop and who's not just by the responses or whatever. Because people would be like, oh, Nikki doesn't have to respond, because she make more money. I'm like, no, she definitely has to respond. That's what hip hop's all about.
Yeah, so she responded. It took her a while. Yeah. She took her time, and she responded with 3 new songs.
I didn't hear any of them.
They were all equally not great.
I heard she came back with Wayne and Drake. I'm just sitting here just like, really?
You gotta get some backup on your shits. That's not how. Right. That's not how you do it, though.
At all. It's sad.
I would be willing to like give it a pass that she had other people on that track if they were also talking shit, but they weren't. They're just
doing a typical.
Yeah, they're just being themselves on this diss track. It was weird to see the reaction of like Nicki Minaj fans to those 3 songs being released too, because they were acting like Nicki just dropped like "Hit 'Em Up" or something.
Nah,
That was funny.
nah.
Like her fans have her back. I will say that.
But her fan, she could release hot garbage on wax and people still have her back.
I mean, that's what she's been doing.
Yeah. And a lot of her fans basically just like bring up past accolades, like, "Oh, remember her verse on Monster?" I was like, "Yeah, that shit was like fucking
7 years ago,
11 years." Yeah, like, why are we still bringing that shit up? Reminds me of some Jay fans when I make fun of his new music.
I didn't know like that her fandom had like a name. I didn't know they were called Barbies. It's like,
oh really? Yeah, that's always been
they have a name. I never knew that.
She's been calling them Barbies since she first hopped on the scene.
Yeah, all those pop acts have their stan armies.
Rihanna's got the Navy.
Why the Navy? Because she was in a battleship?
I have no clue, really.
That's what I assumed, but I don't know.
Yeah, I think it's funny, and at the same time, it's pretty cool.
That's actually more clever than the other ones.
I don't know. I mean, I like Beehive too because it's just a play on Beyonce's first name.
Yeah, yeah.
I guess it's just like I hear it so much now. It's kind of this worn as well. But the Navy just sounds like super clever to me because it's like outside of her actual name. It's just something she did and then just grew from beyond there. You know what I mean? You wouldn't expect it to be her name or whatever. They could be like Riri fans or something.
Yeah, that sounds really lame. Riri fans.
I know. The Umbrellas, some type of 50s music group.
All right. So, like we were talking about Remy Ma and Nicki Minaj. I don't know. It feels kind of just weak now after Nicki Minaj responded and it wasn't very good.
Yeah, she didn't ride the coattails of the hype. It's like by the time she responded, everybody was like, didn't really care. The people outside of her like core fan base didn't care. It's like, okay.
Yeah, I was waiting on it and then it came and it wasn't very good, so I immediately forgot it was a thing.
Yeah, so it was like,
but I don't know. Do you think Remy Ma's gonna say something soon?
Nah. For one, I don't think she has to, because I think it allows a lot of hip hop fans, since Nikki kind of just like took too long to respond and just kind of like deflected on Trey Songz and Meek Mill and whatever. That's another story. But it's just kind of like, okay, you're definitely not who you say you are, and we have no, people not going automatically going like Remy's the queen of rap all of a sudden. But I noticed that basically the idea is that Nikki doesn't need to be claiming that bullshit that she's the queen of rap anymore, period, because she doesn't defend her title. So that's the one thing that came out of it. I would like to see more women hip hop artists come out. Like, I want to see Young M.A. come out with a diss track all of a sudden out of nowhere, just for the hell of it. I just want to see some fire on that side of the hip hop spectrum, Well,
I mean, if people like pitting each and every female hip hop artist with one another, saying they're going to be one, we probably have more competition in that sector. But it's like, for some reason, there can only be one female rapper, but there can be like a shit ton of mediocre trash ass male rappers, and everybody's fine with that.
There can only be one. Yeah. The Highlander of hip hop.
Basically.
Yeah.
What's Young M.A. doing? I used to call that chick Young Ma the entire time.
Is it not Young Ma?
I thought it was Young Ma the entire time, and then she's like Young M.A. I was like, oh.
What's M.A.
I almost did that.
That makes sense.
I almost did that.
I thought she was like using it like in a sarcastic meaning, like Young Ma. Like, never mind. I was just so confused. I was like, okay, Young Ma, lit.
I thought about how it looked or whatever.
Yeah, I was like, okay, I see what she's doing with that. And it's like, no, it's Young M.A. It's like, what does the M.A. stand for? Nobody knows. Okay.
You probably look it up somewhere. But yeah, I thought about it. I said, wait, her letters are capital, so it must be initialized or something like that.
Like maybe maybe it was like her first name, like Manisha or something like that. So, oh, lit, Young Ma. Like, gotcha. No, it's Young M.A. What does the M.A. stand for? We don't know. Lit.
Does she have like a fan group?
The Young M.A.'s.
The Ma's, the mothers, the mommies.
I want to stop listening to this podcast now. I'm want to just walk away from my
The
desk.
young Maz.
So uninspired.
The ooze.
Oh, man.
Has she released another song since Ooh?
I don't know. I don't really keep up with her like that,
Guess
to be
not.
honest. Yeah.
Well, she got her quick millions. I'm proud of her. I respect that. No, she's in the Apple commercial for the new headphones. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I did see her in that.
Nikki was in that too.
Was she?
Conspirioso. Yeah.
Oh, shit. Word. Well, they hang out
so-
sometimes, so.
But yeah, I liked it at first. I liked the idea of the beef because I just want to hear some really good music come out of it, and then that just didn't happen. I'm just sitting here just like, okay, well,
I think that's
moving on.
that's what I liked least about Remy Ma's response. It's like, if I want to hear a diss track over the Ether beat, I'll just listen to Ether.
Ether.
Basically, yeah.
Did she-
That was the main thing. I was just like, why won't I just listen to Ether? Like, I really don't like when people try to go with the Ether beat because it's like, you're never going to be as good as Ether, so you're just setting yourself up for disappointment and the rest of us. So just pick a different beat. Save us all that disappointment.
I'd prefer, if you're going to diss someone over a beat that's already a well-known beat, do one that's not a diss track.
It'd have been really great if, like, she went at Nikki over one of Nikki's own beats.
That's a classic right there.
Yeah.
That's a classic. You go over somebody's old ass beats or whatever, and then boom, you good. But
Like, she just, like, rips on her over super bass. Like, damn, you just got murdered on super bass, yo.
that would have been perfect.
That'd have been amazing as shit. Like, yo, she just destroyed you on super fucking bass. And she
You
let the
see
chorus in.
dudes in the Bronx dancing in super bass.
I don't know about all that. Those Tims ain't getting up for that. I'm sorry. But yeah, I was hoping for more, but it didn't turn out like that. So I'm good. It just seemed like the opposite of Drake and Meek Mill, whatever.
Yeah, that's actually the weird thing for me. It's like the Drake and the Meek Mill beef was, for lack of a better word, like a better hip hop beef versus this one. Like, I was expecting it to be complete opposite, since like Remy's a battle rapper and Nikki, like, she's from New York, like she's used to that kind of shit. And then I got this, and I was just like, Remy went in, and Nikki was just like, I was just like, okay,
I make money.
yeah.
Look at my album sales. Like, okay, that's nice. We know how popular you are. That's cool, I guess.
Come back from that.
And Nikki has that power where she could, like, put you on a song that's played all summer long.
Right?
She's dope. She's dope as hell. So it's like, why did this happen? Like, it's just so dry. It's like somebody just drained all the water out. It's like, it's just, ugh. It's just, I don't know.
Now, this is like if Meek Mill battled Meek Mill. Like,
I mean,
like, no good music is coming out of this. It's not interesting. Speaking of letdowns, Rachel Maddow
Yeah.
tweeted that she was going to, on her latest episode of her show on MSNBC, that she was going to release Donald Trump's tax returns.
Yeah.
And everyone went running to their TV to go catch her shit come on at 9 p.m. And then after a 20-minute rant about why his taxes are important, she had 2 pages of his 1040 Easy from 2005.
And it was fucking nothing.
When I saw it in 2005, I was like, wait a minute, no, it has to be recent-ish. You know what I mean?
I was just like, I honestly was expecting nothing. Or was like, what's going to be it? I was just like, nothing's going to
I wasn't even excited anymore. I was like, okay, that's a thing.
Dog, I watched TV. I was like, this is not going to be anything. I just kept checking Gap. I was like, told y'all, fucking idiots, getting hyped for no reason. Like, oh, he paid taxes. I was like, oh, wow. You didn't find any Russian connection there? I'm shocked. Utterly shocked.
That probably helped Trump more than it actually.
That's what I was looking
demonized
at.
him.
I was like,
There is some speculation that he leaked this tax document because it's the only modern tax return he has that doesn't make him look bad.
I mean, I wouldn't put it past him because he did, like, I remember when he was married to his other wife, he leaked her nudes into, like, the newspaper and then left a comment like, she's hot or something like that. I don't know, I forgot. But, like, yeah, he does shady shit like that sometimes.
Yeah, so from his perspective, you leak your best looking tax returns, everyone sees it, it gets hyped up. People like, okay, so it's fucking nothing. And then the heat kind of dies down on the whole situation.
Basically, nobody gives a fuck now. Like, literally, nobody's gonna care this man's tax returns anymore.
Yeah, it's a good move if no one cares anymore, but I hope there's still a push to get his taxes out there.
It's like, good job, Rach. And the thing is, it wouldn't have been so bad. She'd like hype that shit up. Like,
yeah, she didn't need to do all that.
I was like, yo, you're doing too much right about now, Rachel. Just a little bit.
That could have been an MSNBC article on the front page or something like that. You know what I mean? Like, you didn't need to have like the whole like it's a boxing event or something like that.
Honestly,
you know?
like if I would have quote unquote got those in the mail, I would have looked over them first. If I didn't find anything incriminating, I would have never said shit.
Yeah, really. Yeah,
I'm like,
some holes
neat.
in the trash.
Throw them bitches in the trash. Like, fuck out of here. Keep digging for the real shit, please. But she was just so hyped to let people know she had them hoes, and then they came out, and it was nothing.
Like we know they exist. We know he
it's like we know he
files. Like, that's all that was proven. He files. Like, oh shit, we're so close. We almost got him. We know he files now.
Like Swipe It or Fox or whatever. Just, oh man, you know,
Swipe
last
like,
like
it was embarrassing. I was pissed because I watched that whole like 20-minute diatribe she had.
Why?
But she was like hyping it up. I was like, oh shit, she's building meter over here.
Right?
Like she's gonna drop some serious shit.
Yeah, I watched the video the next day. I was like, yo, she is like literally like, she should be a fucking storyteller because this is amazing. Like,
I know, like it was. I mean,
was that
for one
good?
thing, it was really informative. Like it was a good piece in that respect. It's just
yeah, and the way she was hyping it up, like she made it sound like she actually has something on this man. Like, yo, like in these tax returns that I have looked at before before recording, there's some damning shit in here. Like she didn't say that, but the way she was like building it up was like, yo, she's got something in those tax returns. We about to find out some real shit. And then she talks about it was fucking nothing. I was like, oh my god. You son of a motherfucker. Like, she can make Mass Effect Andromeda sound good.
Well, yeah, I knew as soon as I saw 2005, though, I was just like, okay, what is that going exactly? The date just kind of threw me off.
Yeah,
when I saw
the date, I was like, this is either absolutely nothing, or they found the tax return where like he bought a child bride, and that's why this one's important. But no, it was fucking nothing.
Yeah, after that I kind of lost interest. I was like, okay, this is either gonna be it's gonna be some bull crap or it's gonna be some decent stuff or whatever. But it ended up being bull crap. I'm like, oh, okay, go on about my day.
I mean, it's good that this information's out. It was gonna come out regardless. It's just the way that they fed it was really like irresponsible.
Yeah.
You would think even the guy involved with handing it off to Maddow's show would be like, maybe we shouldn't be acting like this is like the atomic bomb, because that shit was not very much at all. Like all it did was solidify like rumors and myths about his taxes, that like he took a giant loss and thus avoided paying taxes for a long period of time, and he doesn't make as much money as some people think. That's about it. Which, like, so what? Like, he said he sexually assaults women. You need to, like, come and have your hidden shit to take down Trump.
Yeah. It's going to take... if it takes anything at all, it's going to take a lot to do anything to his credibility at all. You know, on the opposite side of the spectrum, not our side.
I mean, yeah, because he just released his budget report, went on an interview with, like, one of the most conservative dudes ever, and the guy's like, this budget proposal is going to hurt your supporters. And he goes, yeah. I'm just like, and I'm like, what the fuck? And nobody's pissed about, well, nobody on the right is pissed about that. They're just like, oh, whoa. I'm just like, dude, what is going on? Like, man's literally just admitted that his budget proposal is going to fucking hurt you guys, and you're completely fine with it. Like, what is wrong with y'all? What does it take?
Yeah, it was Tucker Carlson, right?
There you go. Yeah. Forgot his name, so I just said...
the bow tie dude.
There you go.
And then he tried to play it off as like, oh yeah, there's going to be negotiations. Like, this is the starting point of your negotiations, idiot. Like, when you write this up, you're supposed to be asking for more than you think you could get. Like, you don't like, okay, well, fuck all my supporters as your, like, entry into negotiations. Like, if you honestly care, you don't immediately give that away in a negotiation. Not that I think he cares. It's just I think this is a trap that a lot of people in the media fall into. He says some crazy wild shit he doesn't actually believe, and then we spend days and weeks trying to refute some shit he just made up.
Like Obama wiretapping him.
Yeah, exactly. Like now the news is talking about wiretappings and microwaves for the next week or two, and like he gets to go and like hide in the shadows.
Okay,
and Sean
first of all,
oh my bad, go ahead.
No, just like the whole idea of putting a wiretap in the microwave just sounds stupid. Like, why?
He's a crazy old man. He don't know what he's talking about.
But the funniest thing was that somebody said that he put wiretapping in quotations. So I actually looked for the tweet, and it didn't have any quotation marks, and I was like, dude, what? Because I thought about it, I was like, maybe he did.
I mean, but even in quotations, what the fuck does that mean?
Yeah, like, wiretapping isn't a metaphor.
Yeah, so it's just like, it's stupid in like multiple areas. I'm just saying like, wait, how you gonna lie about a tweet you made and then I don't know?
It's been proven no one gives a shit, and he can get away with a bunch of crazy shit.
It must be nice, yo. Like
we had no idea how much a president could actually get away with until Donald Trump.
Like on some level, I'm jealous of how much he can lie and just get away with it, and like nobody holds him accountable. Like I kind of want that power, just like blatantly lie 24/7, make shit up, absolutely. And like nobody calls me out on it, and nothing happens to me for doing it. Like,
he crafts his own reality.
Yeah.
Not only does he create his own reality, but he has millions of supporters who willingly buy into it as well.
Yeah, he can be like, the sky's purple tomorrow. People are like, yeah, it is. I'm like, what the fuck?
I never thought about it, but it's kind of purple.
It's just, I mean, he kind of did do that. Like when he was talking about his inauguration, he's like, it was about to rain, and then God said no. I was like, it fucking rained. What are you talking about? It fucking actually rained. And people are like, no, it didn't rain. I'm just like, dog, I really
videotape.
Yeah, like I really want this ability to do this. Like
there were thousands of people out there, millions.
There was a photo of George Bush fucking with his poncho.
George Bush is the best thing to come out of Trump's presidency. And that's weird to say, but it is. It's like he's had so many articles on him in the past few weeks or whatever. It's like, are they doing this on purpose to like kind of build Bush back up or something like that? Or I don't know.
I mean, he wasn't a bad president. He was just dumb. Like Trump is just like a terrible president. Man was like fucking fellatio and fucking Andrew Jackson. Like, fuck out of here. Okay, he was kind of a bad president, Bush.
Yeah, I was like, hold on. When he said, I was like, okay, but yeah, it's probably been 2 months, and we have wiretapping, quotation marks, budget. Ooh, the new Affordable Care Act thing they're trying to pull. That's,
you mean deaths?
I think we're officially wandered into our Fuck Donald Trump segment. Without actually planning to. So I'll put the music in somewhere, but we are officially already inside our Fuck Donald Trump segment for this episode.
Yeah, that new healthcare bill, it's like the wackiest bill I've ever seen in my life.
Dog, that shit is literally death, yo. Like, so many people are gonna die under that shit.
That's like the only thing I've seen people actually get upset about.
No, it's because white people are dying now.
Like they're like, oh my god, whoa, hold up, the colors are dying, but we are too. Oh hell no.
Yeah, they're dead, man. They're so fucked.
This dude sat here and said that he was going to get rid of it. Like, and the fact that they were so against Obama's like policy on healthcare or whatever just speaks volumes of how much really they care about themselves. They rather care about going against someone's like ideas and principles than actually looking at said ideas and principles and wondering if they're good for them, which, yeah, you benefited from it, definitely. Because now they're about to lose the healthcare and they can't afford it and they about to die.
I'm trying to find this article where it was basically laying out poor white America and their reasons for voting for Trump. But one of the parts of the article, they interviewed this guy who knowingly chose Trump over healthcare that he needed. And then in the article, he said he was aware that he was potentially voting away his healthcare, but he was willing to do it to get his coal mining job back.
What's with these coal mining jobs, dog? Like,
yeah, and they looked into it, and like the average coal miner makes like $50K a year.
That's not bad.
Yeah, it's good for especially where these jobs are, where the cost of living is very low.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's like, they see it as this president said he's going to bring the mines back, so we don't even need this healthcare reform, because if we're making $50,000 a year, they would have more than enough to live off of and pay for their own insurance. But those jobs aren't coming back, and they're slowly realizing that all they did was vote away their healthcare.
So you're not only screwing yourself over, you're screwing everybody else around you because you want to be selfish.
Basically.
So yeah, so it's like, yeah,
they're looking out for their best interests, but they were under the false pretense that their job could come back.
Those jobs are simply disappearing, though. It's like, there's nothing you can do about that. So I wonder if that ties in with the global warming stuff, though.
You mean how they don't give a shit about global warming?
Yeah.
Well, it has to. If your job directly is accelerating this terrible thing that's happening to the entire world,
right.
It's got to be pretty comforting to lie to yourself and say that it's not real.
I just like the games that the Republicans are playing. I don't like it, actually. I'm just like, it's so like, we're just trying to help everybody out, get rid of Obama's terrible plans. Like, I mean, the baddest parts about it was because you guys just wouldn't want to sign on with it from the go. Like, the reason why it was in any poor state in the first place, it really wasn't. It was the best we could do at the time. It was because of them.
Yeah, it got chopped up by a Republican Congress and House.
Yeah. So it's like, what is that? What is the goal here? It's obviously puts money in somebody's pockets, obviously. You know what I mean? Uh-huh. Yeah. But it's just like, there is no goal here. There's nowhere where anyone worth their salt is benefited from this. It doesn't benefit the country. It doesn't benefit anybody but people, the 1% that's putting money in their pocket. So it's like, I don't see this going well, period, at all. Hopefully. But I just don't see the bill itself going anywhere unless it gets really chopped down itself and it just becomes like pretty much the same shit we already got, or maybe a little bit worse. You know? That's what I see. That's what I actually see happening, but I just don't understand the end game for this. This is, yeah. Because then they like hide it away somewhere and like people couldn't find it and shit.
Yeah, they weren't letting anyone read it. And then they voted for it to be like brought in front of the House or something, like at a 2 a.m. meeting where there's only Republicans. Like, they're being very, very defensive, and sneaky about how they're bringing out this bill. And the bill's a piece of shit. Like, no one likes it. There's not a soul alive who likes it because they're in a catch-22 with the bill. Because the Republicans want it all completely gone. Like, the hardcore conservative Republicans want it all gone. They want all the poor people dead. Like, that's just their MO. And then they have this weird president who says he's Republican, but he's way more moderate than... he's just like an evil moderate because he's like
chaotic neutral.
He's like Islamophobic and he hates Hispanics and women, but like he's like, he doesn't give a shit about abortion or women's rights really, because giving women rights doesn't really hurt him in his pocket. And he doesn't give a shit about healthcare. He liked the way people cheered when he said he was going to give everyone healthcare, but now he's not doing a goddamn thing to enforce that. And then they're also putting an end to Meals on Wheels, which is the the organization that feeds impoverished elderly people.
Yeah.
And my God, to essentially take away food from like 2.5 million elderly people for really no fucking reason. Like, they didn't have to do this. It's like they pumped up the military budget, they slashed the arts and
that hurt me so much,
and environmental protections, and then like just because they felt like that wasn't evil enough, they're like, let's starve some old people too.
Like the evil checklist or something. Yeah,
it's like they just threw that in the bag at the end. Like, that shit ain't necessary.
It's really not, and people are fucking cheering that shit.
Dog, if there is some elderly person in this city who like doesn't have money to eat every night, fucking feed them. Who's gonna say no to that? Like it's a very small portion of the budget, and they went out of their way to look like pieces of shit on that.
I'm telling you, man, Republicans are like literally the most evil motherfuckers ever.
That, and they also are trying to get rid of after school programs and programs that feed low income students.
That also pisses me off because they're always the main ones complaining about, oh, there's crime in Chicago. Like, these kids need programs like that so they can get away from all that. That's the point of the after school program.
That's the fucking most fucked up part, because those same people who fucking cheering this shit are the same ones like, oh, wait, what about Chicago? Chicago's doing so bad. So it's like, oh, man, I want to say horrible things, but I'm trying to be a better person, so I'm not.
You're not trying to start the race war this episode, man. Is it my turn again?
Just have so much rage for these people in my heart. Like, I wish like the worst things to happen to them, but I'm trying to chill, so I'm not gonna name the worst things that I want to happen. But it's in the back of my mind.
Hey, I don't blame you. It's frustrating. It's like I hate having to look at the news because I feel like I need to be informed, but at the same merit, I'm tired of hearing about this shit. It's just making me just sucked into this bottomless pit of like, I hate these fucking people like every day. It's just like, and I'm not a hateful person by nature, so it's just like, it bothers me. It bothers the hell out of me. I hate it so much. Ugh. Why did these niggas vote for Hillary, bro? I just want to know.
Emails, though.
Oh, we forgot about the email thing. Pence, had some like private emails on his, like, when he's a governor in whatever state he was in or whatever.
Had them shits on fucking AOL server, dog. Like,
AOL.
What the fuck? How you gonna complain about Hillary, who at least had her shit on her own private server, when you had your shit on fucking AOL, my guy? Like, dog, you kidding me?
That's not even the worst thing he's done as governor of Indiana. So
I imagine so. I imagine so.
He had that. He created that HIV outbreak in Indiana because he closed down a bunch of clinics.
How evil do you have to be?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Cause an HIV outbreak. That's some like Resident Evil villain type shit. You know, just like for real. It's like
some Umbrella Corp presidency.
Yeah, it's like, what the hell? Like, dude.
Vice President Wesker?
What? Yeah, Vice President Wesker. pretty much. That's exactly like silver-haired Wesker or something like that, dog. Like, dude's like, that's just straight evil to do something like that because you want to just, your belief system is so rigid and like non-conforming that you just can't really understand other people's plights and stuff like that. Like, I was told, a friend of mine lives in Chicago, and she was telling me how since a lot of like Planned Parenthood and a lot of like small clinics aren't invested in up there, that, you know, and the gay community up there has a big HIV problem. And I said, wow, that's like a type of almost self-fulfilling prophecy in a sense, because they always want to claim that, you know, the homophobic people always want to claim that, you know, gay people are unclean and et cetera, but then you're not giving them the proper means to be healthy and to stay healthy and stuff like that. You're just fucking them over at the end of the day, and you're causing your own problems at the end of the day. So these people are just fucking evil, dog. Let's just play. It's like some Power Rangers shit, bruh. I've been watching Power Rangers for like the last 2 days. Thank you, Twitch. But yeah, this is straight Power Rangers pettiness. Like, they don't care about anybody. They just want to just do shit because it just seems evil, bruh. I don't think they have any conscience or anything like that, dog. They just, fuck it. Let's do it.
I assume it's money.
Let it rock. No, it's not for money, bro.
There's got to be money at some point for some of these things. But like you're saying, like, I can't find the money.
I can't find. There's no money in that. You're killing off people. People are dead. They can't make money for you. They can't afford insurance. There's no money going towards insurance.
I think that this quarter or these last couple months, it was the first time that opiate overdoses outnumbered, was it HIV deaths?
Jeez.
At the height of the AIDS epidemic, I think more people are dying of opioid and heroin abuse.
So that means they're going to do something about it now.
Well, if it was any other president, I would say yeah, but
That's true.
I don't see Trump giving a shit
about you whether if you're white or not.
He really don't.
It's all about, do you make me money?
It's basically
No?
like,
Okay.
how much money have you made me? None. Well, I hope you die. Have a good day.
Yeah. And then this shit's gonna go on for like 3 years, and it's only getting worse. It gets worse year over year. So by the time the next president takes office, he's probably gonna have like a heroin addict in his cabinet.
Oh my god.
He's not wrong.
It's gonna be like 1 in 4 white people by then.
2 and 4 probably by that point, depending on what happens in the next 2 or 4 years, 3 to 4 years. Anything can go down. Yeah.
Stay off of heroin. If you learn anything from listening to So Well Spoken, don't ever try heroin.
You notice they just say heroin. They didn't say Molly or weed or
no.
any other
Definitely
drugs,
do
period.
weed and Molly. Just don't do heroin.
You heard it here first, folks.
Experiment. Just don't fuck around with opioids.
Shrooms, everything else. Okay, heroin, no go. Dang, cocaine too?
I personally wouldn't, but let's not delve into what I would and wouldn't do.
I don't know, man. Cocaine sounds like a slippery slope, yo.
Yeah, I'm not open to really. So anyway, the Oscars happened.
Yeah,
the Oscars. And La La Land won the Oscar for like 30 seconds for Best Picture over Moonlight. You thought.
Got the wrong number. Yeah. That was weird because I was like happy as hell at first.
That was.
I was like, yeah, Moonlight won. Yeah.
La La Land won. It's like traitor.
I was so mad when La La Land won.
I was pissed. I was like, of course these fuckers won.
I was already like rationalizing to myself, man, Oscars don't even mean shit. It don't mean nothing. And then they're like, oh, it's Moonlight. I was like, they did it. Yeah. Like jumping on the couch. But I was like, I learned something about myself today.
The validation matters, man. Like, for it does. It legit does sometimes. That validation that you want something. It's like the exact opposite of what happened with Beyonce. It's like, if Beyonce would have won that, we would be like, you know what? The Grammys made the right decision. They
finally got it right.
They finally got it right, but Moonlight went in was just crazy because it's just like, oh man, they won. Like this was like this has never happened on an Oscar show before. So this was unprecedented. If you watched it live, which I wasn't going to do, I was going to watch Walking Dead all night and go back to sleep. But until I saw Marshall Ali win his supporting actor Oscar, I was like, well, let me tune in and see who wins. I was excited. I was happy. I was glad that Viola Davis won. I was glad that Moonlight won. They looked completely flabbergasted. The thing, though, the bittersweet thing about this is that Moonlight will be forever tied down by that Oscar flub mess up. And people, even we saw it like right afterward, the news articles like La La Land lost to the Oscar flub, or it's just the Oscars messed up and did blah 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 blah. It was just like they can't even really take their victory in naturally. You know what I mean? Like they're the Best Picture winner. So it kind of sucked on that end, but.
Yeah, because I mean, the Best Picture winner usually does get kind of tied to the other nominees. But yeah, it won't be to the extent that La La Land is to Moonlight.
It's almost symbiotic in a sense.
Yeah.
It's uncomfortable. Hopefully, as the years go by, it's not as tied to it, and it probably won't be, especially because of what kind of movie it is. Because I just watched. I had when I saw it. When I saw the Oscars, I hadn't watched Moonlight yet. But I was like, it's about a gay black man. So I was like, cool. That's something that really hasn't been nominated. It hasn't really been done in Hollywood. It has been done, but it hasn't reached that pedestal yet. So I would like to see it win. And then when I watched the movie, I'm like, yeah, this is definitely a Best Picture quality movie. La La Land to me, as a film buff or whatever, was just another white ass musical that I had to study in film school.
No, Mike.
No, I'm serious. This is like this.
How many white ass musicals do you watch?
You have no idea.
Well, Mike's
dog.
in film school, right? So you watch a lot of.
Yeah.
Oh,
I had to.
Okay.
I had to sit through every single one of them.
Sounds lit.
And
yeah, they had to strap him to a chair.
I was in the sunken place the entire time watching the damn movies. But yeah, I was like, God. Well, so when I saw it was like getting nominations, I'm like, it's probably a decent movie. I'm not gonna watch it because I despise musicals at this point. But it's just like I'm tired of musicals. Like musicals, like the Hollywood's poster child of like Oscar anything. It always gets accolades. If it's a musical and it's good, like Mamma Mia was, they eat it up, man. It's like it's fucking heroin or something like that. You know, I don't know. But
whoa, Mike, rein it in.
I'm sorry. I fucking hate musicals, bro. You have no idea.
I saw La La Land. I thought it was a good movie.
I mean, yeah, it's probably a decent movie, but I'm not going to like it because I hate musicals, and it just seemed like typical Oscar bait. And people were like, well, it's not really about, about the falsity of Hollywood. It's like, being subversive to Hollywood at this point of Hollywood and media and stuff like that is so vanilla at this point. They did that back in the 60s where they were like talking about like being subversive and kind of doing, over and under with Hollywood's tropes and stuff like that. What was the best film back in the 50s ended up being tossed on its head back in the 60s. That's nothing new. So it's like, it's still white bread musical. I'm tired of seeing these movies get like put to this pedestal every single time. Mamma Mia was not a good movie. Why was it getting Oscar nominations? I don't know. But yeah, I was happy about Moonlight won. Glad Mahershala Ali got his supporting actor Oscar. I wanted Viola Davis to get Best Actress, but I guess they billed her as a supporting actor. The studio did, from what I was researching. So I'm like, that's interesting. And I think then they win like Best Adapted Screenplay too.
I don't know off the top of my head.
I think Moonlight got 2 Oscars.
I know that Denzel lost to Casey Affleck for
that dude fake crime bullshit. Yep. Oh God, I was gonna throw up. It's like I learned how to act from Denzel, and I just met him. I was like, oh my God, dude, I hope you get like hit by a car or something.
That was some Macklemore shit right there.
It really was. Like, just go get hit by a car, dude. Stop this bullshit.
Yeah, I haven't seen Manchester by the Sea yet. I'm sure I'll torrent it at some point. Some point in the near future, I'll torrent Manchester by the Sea. But if you're the police or something you're listening, I'm not gonna torrent it. I was just joking at first.
Not even doing that at all. That's a waste of bandwidth.
Yeah, because his whole like sexual assault allegation stuff made it hard to, like, it killed my motivation to go pay and see it in the theater.
And then the worst part about that is Brie Larson, who was doing the presentation for it, who presented the award. She's like a very huge advocate, both in the film industry and outside of it, of protecting women from that kind of thing within Hollywood. So for her, like, you could see it in her face when she had to give him this award. She was just like, "Are you fucking kidding me?" Like, she was like,
I did notice that she had some salt on her face. I didn't know all that. I was wondering why she was looking like that. I was like, "Dang, you really don't like this nigga?"
Are you guys familiar with what Casey Affleck is accused of?
I know it was basically sexual assault from what I heard, but I heard it goes a lot deeper than that.
Yeah, like he was. They said like on set he was just like wilding out 24/7, and he like had one of the crew like flash his dick to one of the women working there like as a joke, because Casey Affleck's like a 12-year-old boy.
That's not a joke.
Yeah, it's like they thought it would be funny to have someone flash their dick to some other employee, and then while they're on the road shooting, some woman got like kicked out of her hotel room so that Casey Affleck and his brother-in-law, what's his name, that dude from Joaquin Phoenix.
Really? They brother their in-laws?
Yeah. Joaquin Phoenix's sister married Casey Affleck. And then
interesting.
And then Casey Affleck and Joaquin Phoenix supposedly had sex with 2 different women in the same room.
Oh.
Which is some crazy shit, right?
Hollywood, man.
Like, cheat on your wife in the same room that her brother is in, cheating on his wife. Like, that's That's a little far.
I don't even know how to respond to that.
Yeah, it's wild. And then there's another woman said that he tried to like strong arm her into sharing a hotel room with him at one point. So yeah, Casey Affleck, maybe not the nicest guy in the world, turns out.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. To be honest.
And then what's Mel Gibson's sound editor one for the movie that he made?
I have no clue on that.
Hossack. Hacksaw Ridge or something like that.
Yeah, Hacksaw Ridge. I haven't seen. I hear it's good. I will also not be paying to see that.
But you will be torrenting it, right?
I'm not going to torrent it, but I will see it without paying in the near future.
Hitting up your boy at the local spot.
I'll find someone. Just go to any parking lot, like outside a supermarket, and someone will hook it up.
Yeah, with the blank disc or whatever. With the Sharpie.
I have the wrong cover on it. But yeah, I will see that.
Yeah.
Which is, I mean, Mel Gibson, man. How is he allowed back in that room?
They don't care, man.
They really don't. They just wait for shit to die down, and then they're like, "Oh, come back."
They would cape for anybody, dog. Robert Downey Jr. hurt me when he caped for Mel Gibson, dog. I was like, don't do this. I like you. Don't do this. So it's just like they'll defend anybody, man. Anybody. Just give enough time. They're in there.
Yeah.
I won't be surprised if once Roman Polanski dies or whatever.
Oh, they're definitely giving him a Lifetime Achievement Award.
Something. They're going to give him like a whole special or something.
Even though he raped a child.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm pretty sure they'll bring that up. They'll probably just say, everybody makes mistakes. They won't actually say about the rape.
No, I don't think just anyone just rapes children.
I don't know, man. They'll say it. I feel like they're going to say, like, he was a great man. Everyone makes mistakes. And they'll keep on going with their praising this dude.
Because Mel Gibson has said some shit like, I don't even feel comfortable repeating on this podcast.
Please don't. It's just not worth it. Just sack of shit, pretty much. And I used to like Mel Gibson, so it just kind of like sour me on anything he does. If he's involved, I don't want to see it. That's why I'm so glad that Tom Hardy's the new Mad Max and Mel Gibson's out of that series. It's just nah, I can't deal with it.
Well, let's end this show on some positivity.
Positivity? Wasn't that positivity?
But that Mel Gibson's back at the Oscars?
I mean, that's a side note compared to the real deal,
Well, let's go to something that's 100% good news.
Okay.
So Get Out is killing it in the box office right now.
Yes.
Great movie.
Yep.
I hate I had to wait a week to see it, but it was great. Oh my gosh.
It's for sure. I can't see 10 other movies coming out this year that I like as much as this. Which is like, you usually don't find a movie that good this early in the year.
Yeah.
That's probably a testament to the studio not really believing in him.
I mean, they were advertising the hell out of that movie, though. Yeah. I don't see advertisements almost every day, so I don't know if they didn't believe in it. Per se.
Well, they gave him like $4 million.
I don't have cable TV, so no.
Oh, okay.
His budget was hella small.
Yo, it made that $100 million back off a $4 million
I know.
movie?
No, that shit is crazy.
The movie worked off word of mouth. Like, I remember the day it came out, and people were saying it was good or whatever, right? But I didn't start hearing about sold out shows until like the next day. And I was like, oh man, this is going to be big. Because you don't really hear about movies selling out through word of mouth anymore. You know what I mean? It's usually like, oh, this movie like Star Wars or Marvel movie, they're big, first day, they sell out. But like most of the movie, I literally had to pre-order a ticket just so I can make sure I had my seat the next week. And that movie theater was packed. Like every seat was filled. I was lucky me and my friend was able to get 2 seats that right next to each other. That's how packed it was. But that made the movie experience even better because people react. That's why I love the movie theater experience. A lot of people don't like it, but I love it because I like people's reactions to certain things. And that movie was like reaction central, especially at the end. It's so cathartic, and like I haven't cheered in a movie in so fucking long. It's been like a long time before I got really excited about a movie. And you wouldn't think you'd be that excited about a thriller or horror type movie in the first place. So it's a testament to how good it is. Like, people are reacting, just the plot and how the movie just did it. Well, I don't know, can we spoil it?
No,
That's not.
do not, because people will be pissed as shit at us. Well, mostly be pissed at you because you're the only one who wants to spoil it.
It's a good movie. That's all I'm gonna say.
It's a good movie. I'm glad I saw it. Layers in that movie.
Really were, man. Like, that movie was fucking amazing. I was just like, yeah, this movie's gonna be good. And it came on, I was like, yo, this movie's fucking amazing. Phenomenal. We're taking no L's in 2007, boys. Except
2017 starts now.
2017, right? We're gonna ignore the Super Bowl, Mike.
Oh, why do you keep bringing that up?
Cause y'all had one fucking job.
I try to forget, and then every time I see 28-3 somewhere, I'm just like, oh shit.
I swear, if they go to the Super Bowl next year, I'm gonna be so pissed. Y'all don't deserve a second chance.
We don't.
Y'all should,
I agree.
The Falcons should have their draft picks taken away.
Basically.
Jeez.
No, he's
Let
right.
America
Y'all
down.
should, like, y'all fucked up.
But about Get Out, though, man. That was a great movie.
It was.
Get Out was great.
Phenomenal.
And Zelda's great. Have either of you played Zelda yet?
Yes.
No, I don't have a Switch or Wii U.
Damn, you should get on that, cuz. Fucking probably the best Zelda game I've played since Ocarina of Time, man.
I haven't had a main Nintendo system since the GameCube, and that was years ago. So I haven't been on Nintendo wave in a long time.
It's really good though. Like, honestly, like, I honestly foresee like people who make those Zelda-like games doing this next. Like, oh well, we got the whole formula that we never even fucking perfected. Stop on this new one.
Yeah, I'm completely open to people copying this Zelda.
Yeah.
But it's not gonna be the same though. It's gonna be
It's
like
not, because they can't copy the old Zelda fucking formula. They always fuck it up.
I'm just glad it's doing well. You know, I always like to see Nintendo games do well. It's like, even though the console might be like, the games they use are always kind of.
I mean, that's why you buy Nintendo. Honestly, is for their games though. Like, that's one thing I can say about, like, if I ever buy a Nintendo system, I'm buying it for Nintendo games, not third party, but like flat out Nintendo games. If you got some third party games, cool. But I'm not holding my breath. Just want to play that Zelda though. And speaking of video games, Mass Effect Andromeda is like trash.
Have you played it?
Fuck no, I ain't play that shit.
It put our friend Silky in the hospital.
It really did. The young Silk Milk is doing okay though.
Yeah, I was excited about it, and people like saying it's trash. I'm just like,
dude, I was never excited about it. From the first trailer, I was like, nah. Like, I remember they first showed like just movement during like the PlayStation Pro reveal. I was just like, nah. I
was ignoring everything because I was like, if it's good, I'll hear about it and then I'll buy it and then I'll have a good Mass Effect again. But then those videos started coming out and those gifs.
I was just like, nah. So I'm not sure what they're doing, but
it's like you'd have to try to be that bad.
Yeah. The thing is like they kept like they never really talked about who the main antagonist was or anything. It was just, you're a pathfinder. You're gonna find new worlds. That was all I ever heard. I was like, okay, so what's the plot? You're a pathfinder. I was like, okay, but what's the plot? You're a pathfinder. Like,
you're trying to find the path, dog. Find the path, pathfinder.
Gotta pass on this hoe then. Like, not playing this. And then I started watching like people stream it on Twitch, and I started seeing all the glitches, and I read Rock Paper Scissors review. I was like, dog, this game is just absolute trash.
I'm gonna take it on everyone's sins and get it next Friday. So
don't
take that $60 L.
Don't do it.
There's literally nothing to play for me right now that I'm interested in. So
you got a PS4?
Yeah.
Play fucking
get Horizon.
I don't want to play Horizon.
Then you fucking deserve Mass Effect then. I'm not even going to try to help you.
It just don't look interesting to me. It's just like, okay, that's nice.
Mike's one of those
That's well,
dudes. He's like,
okay.
the fucking protagonist is a woman. I'm not playing it.
I hope they overcharge you for
Dude,
Mass
my
Effect
last
2.
Fallout 4, like the first play character, my play character Fallout 4 was a woman.
Don't want to
So
hear
it's
this
like,
nonsense, Mike.
I bet
What
you
are
have
you talking
women
about?
friends too.
I wasn't going to go there.
Mike about to take some self-inflicted L's on purpose. I don't want to play Horizon, but I'm going to play this Mass Effect, though. One game's getting like great reviews, other one's getting trashed. I'll definitely play the trash game.
Are you like a Mass Effect fan or something? Like, why are you insisting on paying American money for this game?
He's like, I have nothing to play. Play Horizon. No, I don't play that. I'm playing some Mass Effect.
Because it's gonna be like literally be like the first game in the series I played. And
don't start there.
And it looked interesting. And it looked interesting. Like all the stuff is like, okay, that's kind of discouraging, but it's not like so discouraging where I'm like,
just play the second one. That's all you need from the Mass Effect world.
Just read the books, yo. You could
just play the second one and act like it was a one-off thing.
Just watch The Expanse on Sci-Fi. It's the exact same thing.
Jeez, I don't know, man. Look, this is coming from somebody like Metal Gear Solid 5, so y'all can just let me alone.
I like Metal Gear.
I mean, it wasn't a bad game. It was an average game. It was above average, but not great game. Speaking of spoilers, has anybody seen Split?
Nah, the M Night movie.
Yeah,
I heard it was pretty good.
It was good until like the last quarter of it, and you're like, oh, okay. Well,
I still have to see Logan.
Yeah, I gotta see that. I'm gonna go see that this weekend.
And then as a certain fan of a certain series, I'm probably gonna see another movie next weekend.
That doesn't help us, Mike. What movie is this?
What movie, Mike?
I'm not gonna discuss it.
Mike, what movie?
Mike, what movie?
It's a 90s series, TV series.
Oh, you're gonna see Power Rangers?
Yeah.
Jesus, Mike.
Mike.
Look.
You don't have to live this way,
I know it's
Mike.
going to be bad. I know it's going to be bad, man.
Like, that's about $80 after tax on Power Rangers and Mass Effect. Do you really want to do that?
$80? I only spent like $6 on my tickets, dog.
$6 for a movie ticket? That sounds amazing.
Yeah.
Might be taking L's like on purpose.
But still, that's $6 plus the 60 plus tax for Mass Effect.
$70, yeah.
So I was off by like $10.
Yeah. But yeah, y'all the ones having these expensive ass movies, man. I can't do over $10. I'm
Don't you dare say you're broke and about to go spend $60 on Mass Effect.
And I don't want to hear nothing about you being broke in the future when you're about to pay full price for a broken game.
Hey, it may be used by the time I get a whole bunch of used copies. Shit, so I don't know. Maybe. I don't know.
Just wait it out. Even Mass Effect 3, like after it got hammered, it was like $10 for a while.
Yeah, I was like, I could probably wait. I just need something because I gotta wait to June for Tekken, and it's just like taking way too long, and it's kind of getting to me. So I just need something.
Dude, what? That game isn't out yet?
No, they So Namco's whole deal is they like to put stuff in the arcade first and make the arcade money, which they make a lot of. And apparently, Tekken 7 arcade when it first came out was making like bank, like a whole bunch of money. So it took forever to really release out on console or whatever. And then it got delayed, apparently, because I think they were going to try to do it early this year, like around probably March or April, but it got delayed into like June because they want to add some more stuff into it. So they try not to do what Street Fighter 5 did. Pretty much. It's like pretty much the exact opposite of Street Fighter 5.
No, this is Tekken 5?
7. Yeah,
because I remember hearing about.
Good,
I remember hearing about Tekken like years ago.
Yeah, the game is good. I played it. I used to spend all the tournaments and stuff like that I used to go to, and it's really good. And it's like, bruh, let this game come out, please. But luckily, by the time June hits, I have that and then Crash Bandicoot, and I'm good for the rest of the year. I don't care what the fuck else comes out. Y'all might actually talk me out of getting Mass Effect. I don't know. We'll see.
Don't get it, man. Like, there's no reason to. Like, you have no ties to this franchise, and you want to start with the worst one.
This is like watching, you're trying to start Star Wars by watching episode fucking 1 through 3, dog. Like, just don't.
Jeez.
There's nothing of value there. Just move on.
It really isn't. Like, you're just literally wasting minutes of your life you can never get back, ever.
Possibly. Yeah, you're right.
No, it's not possible. You are wasting.
They released like the first 3 hours, and everyone unanimously was like, the first 3 hours is trash.
Yeah. I watched like 7 different playthroughs. I was like, yo, this never gets better for any of them.
I mean,
just don't do this, Mike. It's supposed to be a new year, new us.
Back on track. My thing is, the way my taste with games or whatever is that I don't get bad games. Like, I've never bought a bad game.
But you're about to.
But I haven't. I'm expecting the streak to continue. I don't buy bad games, man.
So when you say you don't buy bad games, are you saying in your opinion, or are you talking about an actual fact here? Because
no, my opinion. Like, no, because every game I get, I enjoy. You know what I mean? And I know I'm going to enjoy it. I don't know how, but it's like I do. Like, I don't buy shit to be like, oh, I gotta go return, this is trash. I've never done that because I'm really picky about what I buy. So I don't know. It just seems like it's interesting, but if it's that bad, yeah, I don't know. I'll do some more research on it.
Actually, I kind of want you to get it now.
I might get it, and I want you to report back on the next episode.
No, I want you to get it, and so I can hear you go, it wasn't really that bad. It really wasn't. So I can just make fun of you for trying to, psych yourself out of this shit.
I mean, I don't know. I'm still probably gonna get it just to have something to play for like the next few months. So,
Mike,
let me take this L, bro.
It's about to be a worse L than pay $60 for fucking Battleborn.
I don't know. I don't know about that. Nah, that's just like people completely abandon the game, dog. That's like
people are basically abandoning Mass Effect Andromeda.
True. Yeah. I don't know. We'll see. This
will definitely take the place of the Battleborn L for sure.
It might. At this point, I don't care, man.
It put Silky in the hospital, fam.
Silky didn't die for this, Mike. Silky took that L so you wouldn't have to.
I don't know. Silky, I don't know.
Dog, Silky's the person we make fun of for Silky games, and he doesn't like it. Come on.
Take a moment to pray for our close friend, young Silk Milk, who played the Mass Effect Andromeda.
Got sent to the hospital real quick.
He got thrown in a wheelchair in fast lane.
I was headed to work and I read that. And I was just like, yo, what the fuck?
That man was dying, Mike.
Dude played like 30 minutes. Was like, I feel sick.
I can't do this, guys.
He got x-rays and everything, dog. I'm just like, is it that for real, man? Like,
oh, shit.
Oh my god.
Man's tweeted, I got a wheelchair. Oh shit.
Our thoughts, so get better. Get well soon.
Get well soon, young Silk Milk.
I make bad choices sometimes, y'all. Let me make them. Then I'll learn.
Yeah, you're like a Republican voter, really. Just gotta let you burn.
Yeah. In that instance. It's the only time I'm a Republican voter. Only time. Yeah, I'm getting it.
Oh, God. All right, this was episode 43 of So Well Spoken. This is the podcast we do until Mike gets a gig reviving Rap City for BET and then leaves the podcast.
Damn, y'all got me on Shad Moss levels now?
I think I'm more free in AJ, but I mean, you can go with Shad Moss if you want.
I mean, he the one that left a burgeoning career and did 106 in Park, so.
Or maybe Tig in the Basement, Rap City.
Yeah.
And Bevel, we haven't forgot about you.
This is true. They thought we forgot.
We have not.
Those mass emails again. Like, yo, fam, you gonna sponsor us or not?
Tristan Walker, don't play us like this.
It's 2017, my guy. Like, we gave you a full year.
A full Y'all been on this Bevel shit since I got on the show, man. Like,
we're gonna get that Bevel money.
Oh, by the way, plug my shit. I stream on Twitch. I have a YouTube channel. They're on my Twitter, which you can Mike Breezy, MIEK BRZY 92 on Twitter. Follow me there, and I do stream from time to time on Fire Trainer 92. No extra spellings there. And Fire Trainer works for both my YouTube and my Twitch. And I'm going to be streaming a lot more, especially with Tekken coming out in the next few months. So
you go to tournaments for Tekken, right?
Yeah.
Do you do well, or are you free?
Tell the truth, Mike.
No, I'm
be
not
honest.
free.
Be honest.
I usually go 2-2. So, like,
so you're free. Gotcha.
Just say you're free next time. It's less words. It's way less words to just say I'm free.
Beating around the bush and shit. Sometimes I'll do pretty good.
Pretty good. I'm kind of free.
I'm gonna say this: I never went 0-2. That's free. You know what I mean? I've never gone 0-2.
Oh, the old count special.
Oh shit!
Y'all won't let me beat me out some bullies, man. Let me live. Yo,
remember to follow Mike on YouTube and Twitch. We're So Well Spoken Pod on Twitter. Have sowellspoken.com.
That's on my Twitter now, guys. I put it on my Twitter.
Mike's finally supporting the podcast that he's been a part of.
It's on it's my first pinned tweet too.
Dreams might come back.
Oh, have you been talking to Dreams?
Dude, yeah, me and Dreams talk every day.
Yeah, but like about the podcast.
Oh, a little bit. Yeah, I was like, yeah, we're recording tonight. He's like, oh, I might want to jump back on that one day. I was like, bet.
Dreams gave us an air of sophistication.
He did.
That we can't replicate.
I don't have that in me. I'm just another screw up out here.
These are your words. I don't think we've ever said that about you.
Dreams has he has that good talk to the police voice. He's very soothing.
When shit goes down, you need somebody to talk to the police.